Okay, so welcome to our virtual class. So for today's meeting, we will be having the week 4 topic, which is the operating system. So at the end of the discussion, you students will be able to identify and describe the fundamental hardware components that make up a computer's hardware and the role of each of these components. Then differentiate between an operating system and an application program and what each is used for in a computer, and identify the principal components of a given computer system. So there are three elements of an operating system. The first one is the user interface. So ito yung nakakita natin, dito tayo nakakapag-install ng files, nakakapag-work, nakakapag-run ng movies. So that is the user interface. That is the part of the OS that you interface with. And then we have also the kernel. So the kernel, that is the core of the operating system. So it interacts with the BIOS at one end and the user interface at the other end. So that is the kernel. And then we have also the file management. So file management system that it organizes and manages a file. So those are the three elements of an operating system. So operating system functions. So file management, that is the process of manipulating files in computer system. Management includes the process of creating, modifying, and deleting files. So that is file management. So when you create a file, you modify it, you delete it, that is under the file management. Then we have also what we call the application management, the life cycle process for software applications, covering how an application operates, its maintenance, version control, and upgrades from cradle to grave. So that is application management. So yung mina-management nito is yung mismong application. Then we have also the built-in utility programs. So applications included in the system software that perform a special function such as managing system resources and improving efficiency. So some utility programs come built into the Windows or Mac operating system. So others can purchase off the shelf. So that is a built-in utility program. Then it also controls of computer hardware. So another function of the operating system is to control the computer hardware. So you imagine how can you hear the sounds of the movie you are watching without the operating system. So maraming nagagawa yung operating system, and one of that is to control the computer hardware. So control of computer hardware, it manages the hardware, data and program files, and other system resources, and provide means for the user to control the computer, generally via a graphical user interface. Okay, so that is the functions of the operating system. So once again, we have the file management, the application management, the built-in utility programs, and control of computer hardware. Then operating system types, we have what we call the multi-user. So multi-user, these are the two or more users work with computer at the same time. So dalawang user daw na gumagamit ng computer at the same time, yun yung tinatawag nating multi-user. Then we have also what we call the multitasking. So multitasking naman, that is two or more processes running at the same time. So dalawang process naman siya, or dalawang application na ginagawa ng isang tao. So multitasking. Then we have also multi-threading. That is two or more parts of the same process running at the same time. So two or more parts of maybe the computer, that the same process are running at the same time. That is multi-threading. Then we have here the list of different operating system. We have operating system that is under the Microsoft Windows, the Macintosh OS, and the Linux. Okay, so for the first one, we have here the different Windows version. The first is the home or the non-professional versions. We have the Windows 95, Windows 98, and Windows Me. So nag-upgrade ang ating Windows operating system. Then we have also professional or the business version. We have the Windows NT, and we have also the Windows 2000. So we have also the Windows 2000. Then the two lines came together in Windows XP, that is in 2001. So meron din tayo noon na Windows XP, or that is a 2001 version. Then, aside from that, meron na tayo ngayon. Meron na tayong Windows 8, Windows 10. So we have different Microsoft Windows versions. And then we have this operating system. This is another operating system. This is the first PC operating system. This was built during 1981. Not a multitasking OS. That only one program could run at a time. So ito kasi yung pinakaunang operating system na medyo mabagal. Kasi syempre from changing the file name of the folder, kailangan mong i-code. So a command line, meron tayong command line interface, not a GUI. You imagine that. You have to rename the folder, but you have to use command line. So early versions of Windows sat on top of DOS, or this operating system, and use it to communicate with the BIOS. So Windows XP communicates directly with the BIOS, but allows commands to be entered via a command prompt. Okay, so that is this operating system. Okay, so we have also the file system. So a file, that is a collection of bytes of information treated as a single unit. It is given a name, so that is a file name, to make it easy to find and use later. Then the file system, it keeps tracks of where a file is actually resident on a disk. Then we have also a disk, a hard disk, a floppy disk, an optical disk. We have also the USB drive, external drive. That is subdivided into directories or folders. So pwede natin siyang i-organize according to the name of the folder, according to the content of the folder, and even the directory. So pwede kasi natin siyang i-divide. Then the top level folder on a disk is known as the root. So yung pinaka top. So for example, sa drive C, sana yung C ang root. So the root is generally subdivided into subfolders. So yung root na yun, pwede siyang magkaroon ng maraming folders. Then any folder or subfolder can contain files and other folders. So inside the subfolders, we can also create another folder. Then the fully qualified file name includes the name of the file and the path of the folder in which it resides. So for example, in the drive C, there is a folder which is courses. Then inside that one, we have another subfolder which is named as 061. Then inside of that one again, we have another folder which is named as CIT 141. And then inside that folder is the file chapter 4.ppt. So ilang folder meron tayo? We have 1, 2, 3. So tatlong folder yon. And then sa loob ng CIT 141, meron tayong file na ang pangalan ay chapter 4.ppt. Okay, so that's how we read the path in this operating system. Okay, so Windows registered file types. So a particular file extension can be registered and associated with a particular program. So for example, the extension is docx. So the docx files are associated, of course, with MS Word because that is document. And then that XLSX files are associated with MS Excel. So So that is the extension name of the MS Excel. And then if that is TXT, that is associated with the Notepad, and HTML, we have that is associated with the Internet Explorer, or that is a web page file. So that HTML files. So this is how Windows knows what to do when you click or double click a file in your in my computer. So of course, when you double click a file with an extension name of .docx, automatic na i-open niya yung file doon sa MS Word. So ganyan kagaling yung ating computer. Okay, so let's proceed with the file attributes. So file attributes. So each file has 4 attributes which can be viewed or set. The first one is read only. So file may be viewed, copied, executed if appropriate, but not changed. So read lang kasi siya. It can be deleted. Then we have also hidden. So hidden file will not be displayed in normal list of files. So naka-hide lang siya. So once you open a folder, when the file is hidden, you cannot view it. Then system, file is identified to belong to system, should not be messed with. So that is a system. And of course, we have also the archive. So archive file is not is not a candidate for backup. So these are the different file attributes. We have the read-only, the hidden, system, and the archive. So for the DOS commands, so there are 2 types. We have the internal and external. So when we said internal commands are resident in the main kernel file command, command.com or cmd.exe. So external commands are separate little programs. So it is important to learn DOS commands because when you can write a script to execute a set of commands automatically. So this is the command prompt. So dito kasi tayo naglalagay ng command line. Okay, so paano ka papasok sa command prompt? Just type cmd in the start menu dun sa icon ng Windows. Ayan, so just type cmd for you to enter the command. And then there are 3 parts of a DOS command. We have the command name or xcopy, we have the switches, and of course the parameters. So the character question mark and asterisk can be used to affect multiple files with a single command. So the question mark means any single character. So for example, /temp/notes, and then any single character, then .doc. So means the copy of any Word file that begins with the word notes with exactly 2 other characters like notes 01, notes ab.doc, and etc. So ang kinukuha lang niya yung first word na notes, and then yung question mark yan, any single character. So the single character can be 01, ab, and so on. Then we can also use the asterisk. Wildcard replaces any number of characters. So for example, copy, C, then temp, then notes, then asterisk. So meaning copy all files with the name notes and any extension. So if there is or if there are files with the name notes, that is .xlsx or .html or .txt, so ikakopy niya yun kasi yung indication niya kahit anong extension basta meron yung word na notes. Then copy asterisk.doc, then C, then temp. So copy all files with a doc extension in the current directory. So kukunin lang niya yung may doc na extension doon sa current directory. So a drive letter and colon or semicolon makes that your current drive. So we have a CD, or that is change directory. So when you use CD with no parameters, it reminds you what the current directory is. Then CD dot dot, it moves you to the parent of the current directory up one level. So pupunta ka sa root or sa parent. Then CD slash, it moves you to the root of the current drive. So pupunta ka niya sa current drive location. And then CD, some directory, it makes that your current directory. So those are the different command prompt that we can use in the DOS command. So we have also DOS commands. If you use MD, that is make directory. RD naman, that is used for remove a directory or an entire directory tree. Then we have also the dir, or display the contents of a directory. Then we have also the del or erase. So yan yung magagamit natin. Del or erase, it deletes one or more files. Then we have also copy. So copy places a copy of files in a different folder. And then Xcopy, so flexible copy command used for copying large group of files, commonly used for backup. So those are the different DOS commands that we can use in DOS or command prompt. Then we have also additional, we have the move. It moves files from one folder to another. So if you want to move the file using the DOS command from one folder to another, you can use that by using the move command. So sa atin kasi ginagawa lang natin Control-C tapos Control-V. So pagdating kasi kay DOS, medyo complicated siya kasi kailangan mong i-code line by line yung pag-move lang ng file. Then we can also rename the file. We can use ren command or rename command. Then we have also attrib, so it displays or sets file attributes. Then we have also a format. So format that is used to formats a disk in the DOS commands. Check this chk dsk, that is used to test the file system on a disk and report the status. Then we can also have the date and time. So date and time, it displays and set the current date and time in the PC. And of course, type, it displays the contents of a text file. So those are the different DOS commands that we can use in the CMD or the command prompt.